Welcome back to our channel, where we dive deep into the complexities of our world and bring you insights on topics that matter. Before we dive into the world of crude oil, don't forget to share, like, and subscribe to our channel for more insightful content. Today we're exploring the fascinating world of crude oil, a resource that has been the backbone of our industrialized society for over a century. It has fueled wars, pushed the boundaries of technological advancements, and continues to be a critical factor in our global economy. But have you ever stopped to think about the future of crude oil, or how it compares to other energy sources? We're living in a pivotal moment in history where our reliance on crude oil is being challenged by the rise of renewable energy sources. In this video, we'll delve into the future of crude oil, compare it to other energy sources, and discuss the opportunities that lie ahead in the energy sector. So, are you ready to dive into this energy-packed journey? Let's get started. Have you ever pondered over the relevance of crude oil in the future? This question seems to hover in the air as we stare into the vast expanse of the coming years. As we stand on the threshold of a new era in the year 2024, our world is still heavily reliant on this exceptional resource, this ancient carbon-rich residue, to feed its insatiable energy appetite every single day. Just take a moment to ponder on this, to realize the immense significance of this seemingly ordinary resource, crude oil. Indeed, it's true that the introduction and proliferation of renewable energy sources are steadily gaining ground in today's energy sector. Wind turbines with their gigantic blades reaching out to the heavens can be seen elegantly pirouetting in the gentle whisper of the breeze. Solar panels, too, are becoming a common sight, their metallic surfaces glistening and sparkling under the harsh, unyielding glare of the sun, eagerly soaking up its fiery energy. Yet, despite these promising developments, one cannot dismiss nor undermine the enduring significance of crude oil in our ever-expanding global energy requirements. Crude oil isn't just restricted to the realms of fueling our vehicles or warming our snug living spaces. Rather, it's a remarkably potent and versatile resource that every conceivable aspect of our lives. Take a moment to think about this. It's a fundamental component in a staggering plethora of products we utilize on a daily basis. Products that we often use without a second thought. Products that are so deeply ingrained in our everyday lives that we hardly ever stop to consider their origin. Reflect on the robust plastic casing that shields your beloved smartphone from the rigors of daily use, or the complex arsenal of chemicals that rest in your household cleaners, ready to combat any household mess. These are all byproducts of the remarkably complex process of crude oil refining. And the influence of crude oil doesn't just stop there. It extends beyond the confines of the gas pump, touching and coloring every nook and cranny of our lives. Indeed, even though we stand on the precipice revolution, the omnipresent shadow of crude oil continues to loom large over us. Despite the considerable strides we've made towards embracing green energy alternatives, crude oil continues to maintain its unyielding grasp on our world, refusing to let go. So once again, consider the question. In spite of the global stride towards green energy alternatives, crude oil continues to maintain its unyielding grasp on our world. But how does crude oil compare to other energy sources? This is a question that's been piquing the curiosity of many, especially in an era where environmental consciousness seems to be snowballing and technological advancements are on the rise. Allow me to take you through this comparison by initially examining solar energy. Solar energy, harnessed directly from the sun, stands as a renewable energy source celebrated for its almost insignificant environmental impact. The key advantage of solar power lies in its zero-emission operations, notably contributing to a reduction in greenhouse gases. Solar energy can be harnessed across various scales, ranging from compact residential installations to sprawling solar farms, thus making it a flexible choice for different energy demands. However, the efficiency of solar power relies heavily on factors such as weather conditions and the geographic location. It thrives best in areas that are privy to ample sunlight. Furthermore, the initial cost associated with installing and maintaining solar panels can be a stumbling block for many. Despite the rising adoption of solar energy, it's still playing catch-up with crude oil, particularly in regions where sunlight is a scarce commodity. Now let's shift gears and direct our attention to wind energy. Like its solar counterpart, wind energy is renewable and lauded for causing minimal environmental disturbance. It is a clean, sustainable power source which can be generated on various scales, from solitary wind turbines adorning a rural landscape to massive offshore wind farms. Nevertheless, it is not exempt from drawbacks. Wind turbines demand extensive land or sea area, and their efficacy fluctuates with the unpredictability of wind patterns. Additionally, the initial cost of setting up wind energy infrastructure can be a major deterrent for potential adopters, making it a challenging alternative. On a different note, nuclear energy presents a high level of efficiency and the capacity to generate substantial power. It showcases high energy density, implying that a relatively small quantity of nuclear fuel can generate a significant amount of energy, making it a space-saving option. Yet, the potential for catastrophic accidents, coupled with the ongoing issue of managing radioactive waste, cast a shadow on nuclear energy. These risks make it a contentious choice, regardless of its capacity to generate power on a large scale. Returning to our initial focus, crude oil, despite its environmental repercussions and finite existence, continues to be a formidable player in the global energy sphere. It's conveniently accessible, highly efficient, and relatively budget-friendly. Crude oil is a multifaceted energy source, powering of applications, from basic vehicles to sophisticated power plants. It's an integral part of our existing infrastructure. While each of these energy sources brings its strengths and weaknesses to the table, none have yet managed to outshine crude oil completely. The transition towards renewable energy is undoubtedly gaining traction, but it's a gradual and complex process. Crucially, it's worth noting that energy sources are not mutually exclusive. Instead, they can complement each other. A well-rounded mix of different energy types appears to be the viable solution to meet our diverse global energy needs. As we can see, crude oil, despite its drawbacks, continues to hold a unique position in our energy landscape. So, what opportunities might this continued reliance on crude oil bring? Let's delve into this curiosity, starting with the ignition of innovation that it catalyzes. The demand for crude oil has fueled innumerable advancements in technology. This trend is highly likely to persist, giving way to a grand stage for creative minds to devise highly efficient machinery and advanced extraction methods. As we adventure further into the future, the possibilities are essentially boundless. Imagine, if you will, the development of technologies capable of radically reducing the environmental footprint of oil extraction. Imagine making the process not just cost-effective, but also strikingly eco-friendly. Ponder the thought of systems that could optimize the combustion process to extract every bit of energy from the oil, amplifying its potential to its utmost capacity. Let's not stop here. The sphere of opportunities extends even further. With the swift advancement of technology and the ongoing scientific exploration, we might discover entirely new applications for crude oil. These applications could be so innovative that they exceed the limits of our present thinking. The persistent focus on crude oil could also be a robust driving force behind global economic growth. It could reinvigorate economies worldwide, generating a plethora of job opportunities. In this realm, opportunities are diverse and not limited to a specific field. They range from engineers who conceive the machinery, to geologists who examine the Earth's crust, to field workers who put their lives on the line, and data analysts who scrutinize the data to make strategic decisions. The oil industry continues to be a dynamic job market, and it's not just about the jobs. The economic ripple effect extends to the communities that support these industries, and from there, to entire regions. The growth doesn't stop there. A thriving oil industry could stimulate advancements in other, creating a positive domino effect across the economy. It's evident that the future of crude oil might just hold more thrill, more promise, and more surprise than you could ever imagine. In conclusion, the question isn't whether crude oil will disappear, but how it will adapt and evolve. The crude oil story is undeniably long, stretching over a century as the main source of energy. Its versatility is seen in its use in varied sectors, from being an essential component of plastics to a critical ingredient in pharmaceuticals. When juxtaposed with other energy sources, crude oil showcases its high energy density and the capability to deliver steady power, regardless of the weather conditions. Despite the surge in popularity of renewable energy, crude oil's unique advantages and resilience are hard to ignore. The oil industry presents a canvas potential for innovation. The prospective improvements span from advanced drilling techniques enhancing extraction efficiency to enhanced oil recovery, minimizing environmental harm. The promise of a cleaner, more effective use of this resource exists in the form of carbon capture technologies and development of cleaner burning fuels. The world might be transitioning towards renewable energy and becoming increasingly conscious about climate change, but crude oil's role isn't diminishing rapidly. Its adaptability, energy density, and well-established infrastructure make it a formidable competitor. Despite the discussions about the end of oil, it's crucial to remember that crude oil's importance is deeply ingrained in our lives. Its ability to hold its ground against other energy sources, coupled with the vast potential for innovation, ensure it's far from over. So the next time you hear about the end of oil, in mind, crude oil, with deeply ingrained significance, its strong stand against other energy sources, and the vast potential for innovation, certainly has a few tricks left up its sleeve. Before we end this video, we want to remind you that your support fuels our passion for sharing knowledge. If you found this video enlightening, please hit the like button, share it with your friends and colleagues interested in the energy sector, and subscribe to our channel for more thought-provoking content. Your engagement helps us create better, more in-depth videos, so stay tuned and we'll see you in the next video.